Okay, so there's three more methods I want to talk about, and they all are very similar. They have to do with classes. So if you think back to the class list property and the .add, .remove, and .toggle methods that go along with class list, these are the jQuery analogs. So this will be a quick lesson. I'm just going to demonstrate those really quickly. So I'm going to go to my HTML, and the first thing I'm going to do is define a style tag, and I'm just going to do it inline for the sake of time, and I'm going to add a few classes. So the first one we'll add in, we'll just call it .correct, and it will make something turn green. So we'll just do color green, and we'll add another one, .wrong, and that will make color red and background pink. And then lastly, we'll do .done, which will be like for a to-do list, and we'll do color is gray and text decoration is line through. Oops. Okay, so now we have three classes, and then we're going to use jQuery to add and remove those classes. So I'll take a look at the docs at just one of them. Let's take a look at add class. You can see that it adds the specified class or classes to each element in the set of matched elements. So this will add two classes to all paragraphs, my class and your class, to all paragraphs, which makes it really useful if we want to assign a class to a bunch of elements at once. So let's go back here. So let's begin by making this h1 have the correct class, which just turns it green. So we select h1, make sure we have it, add class, correct, just like that. And it turns green, and if we inspect it, you can see that it has class equals correct. And then we can do remove class to do the same thing, but in reverse. So h1 dot remove class correct will remove the class correct from that element, and now it no longer has that class. So we can also do that to a collection. So we will select all LIs. We get 3 of them, and then we'll add the class wrong, just like that. And all of them now have that class where they have a pink background and text color is red. You can see it added them to 3. So once again, I know I'm a broken record here, but if we did this without jQuery, we would have to select all 3 of these manually with a query selector all possibly, and then we would loop through with a for loop. And for each one, we would do class list.add wrong. So we don't have to do any of that. This has an implicit loop that takes care of it all for us. So let's now remove that class wrong from all of them. And let's add the class correct to all of them. Just like that, and now they all turn green. Perfect. So the last one that I'll demonstrate is toggle class, which works just like class list.toggle does, where it takes a argument, a class name, and it will either apply that class or add it to the element or set of elements if they don't have it yet. And if they do have that class, it will remove it. So let's try that now. Let's go and do a toggle. So all LIs dot toggle class correct. And they already have that class. So that will remove it. And if we run it again, that will add it and remove it and add it and remove it. So let's try something a little bit different and only do it for the first li. So li.first, which is just like the .last that I showed you. And we'll toggle the class done. And so only the first one is grayed out and has that strike through effect. Now if I select all of them, LIs, .toggle class, done, and I hit enter, you can see that it toggles each one individually. So this one had the class done, so it was removed, and these two didn't have the class, so it automatically added the class. That's all I wanted to demonstrate. We have add class, remove class, and toggle class, and they work very similarly to how they did with class list with vanilla.js. The big difference, like everything in jQuery, is that we can act on a collection of elements without actually having to write the loop. Okay,